into a new cycle in our universe, a new sun cycle. What do I mean by that? Just the same way our planet revolves around the solar system. I mean, our planet revolves around the sun every 365 days, and we have winter, summer, spring, and fall, we call seasons. Our entire solar system is revolving around the galaxy. It takes 24,000 years for a complete evolution, which is why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says every 24,000 years our history renews itself. In them 24,000 years, you have 4 cycles: a moon cycle, sun cycle, moon cycle, sun cycle. During the moon cycle, moon people rule. That's your European. During sun cycles, solar people rule. That's your Negari, dark people, hair people like us. Follow? So we are now moving from an old moon cycle into a new sun cycle. Hence, as the rulers of this planet is changed, those of us who have been under the spell, dark skin, woolly hair people like you and I, have now got to come into universal right knowledge about everything. In order to do that, our ancestors have sent one of their own back amongst us, reincarnated here in this day and time, who is Dr. Malachi Kobe New York, to answer all our questions and give us universal right knowledge. How can I say that and actually prove that it's true? 1, this man wrote 1,000 books. That's not divine. You tell me what is, because I think the very next person behind him wrote 20. 1,000 books on every subject. I've answered every question put to him to this point. You can Google his name right now, Malachi York. You get about 300 different DVDs that come up on just about every subject you could possibly get. 1,000 books, 300 DVDs, and I ain't started with True Light tapes. And he didn't even start recording DVDs and tapes until mid-80s, late 80s. You follow? That ain't got nothing to do with the mission between 67 and 87. So, this doctrine is specifically time for the uplifting our people by universal right knowledge about everything. Our spiritual science, our original cultures. We understand that we as a people have problems, but if you study very constantly or very carefully the problems that we as a people are having, most of it is based on the fact that we are living in an alien culture, speaking an alien language, living according to alien spiritual sciences, worshiping an alien deity, calling on alien names and alien tones. All the things that we do, we exhaust our energy, does not benefit us spiritually, mentally, emotionally. The society is designed to benefit him. Why do I make the distinction and the separation? Why? Because you and I are non-ether beings. Non-ether is the combination of all existing gases in our universe. If you take all gases in our universe, on our planet, those are called noble gases, xenon, radon, but there are millions of them throughout the universe. Put them together, they make this potent spiritual power called non-ether. That spiritual power is right? It also goes all our stars. All stars are made of non-ether. You and I are also made of non-ether. So, if you start removing some of the gases from that formula, it becomes weaker and weaker, to 8 ether, to 6 ether, to 7 ether, to ghost. The European was created out of ghost ether. That's what he's made out of. He is us removing the best parts. You follow? Just the same way you remove the best parts of 9 ether, becomes 8, 6, 7 ghost. You take us, remove the melanin, remove the soul, remove the compassion, the higher emotion. You get him. The animal is down in this natural life. You follow? Hard to conceive, but it's actual facts and something. Because he calls us soul. You follow? Say again? Maybe my shirt. The word God in the English language, based on how you're applying the question, could be taken different ways. You could be asking me, who is the creator of the boundless universes? Or you could be asking me, who it is that I acknowledge in reverence to. I acknowledge my ancestors, my mother, and her mother, and her mother, and her mother, and her mother. And when you go back 1,000,000 mothers ago, those beings, our ancestors, were called Nisdaru. Okay? Nisdaru was the name given to our people before other people came and gave us names that didn't belong to us. You follow? So I give reverence to my ancestors, including and up to those who were here prior to the creation of this universe, who you and I call gods, or angels, or Orisha, or Elohim. They go by many different names, you follow? But these beings were advanced beings who came from the heavens, from beyond the stars, you follow? Came here, did things, lived life on earth, procreated children, you and I, and then eventually had to leave. But they left behind evidence of their existence and knowledge of who and what we are. We call them the ancient Egyptians. Because we will say, yes, Osiris was an ancient Egyptian god. He was the head of the deities. He walked the earth. I am Hotep. He was one of the ancient Egyptian deities. He walked the earth. You follow? And people will say that's myth. No, it's not. It's true. They've dug the bodies up. They're taking them out of the tomb, Ray Robin. Taking them out of the tomb, put them on display in museums around the world. You go to a museum and say, that is the body of I am Hotep, the great Egyptian deity. It's a body. You can't tell me it's not real now. You dug him out of the ground and you put him on display. That means he exists. So how are you going to tell me that's not real? Yet, they will tell you, except Jesus died because of your sin. That's your salvation. There's no proof. You have no evidence of a Jesus. The only story that you have of Jesus comes out of a Bible.
Chill, butter. Free samples, free samples.
Ray Higgins, yes.
Yeah.
It's not, to me say you agree with him, I haven't heard everything he's ever said. So I can't say I agree with him on everything he's ever said. A fact can still be a fact, even if it came from the devil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he, but I'm saying if the devil walked up right now and said, listen, it's daytime. That's still the truth. Follow? Listen, this is black. That's still a fact. You know? I don't trust you with the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So Ray Higgins, he may have said some things that had some factual information that were factual. You know?
Do you believe that Jesus came?
I don't believe anything. The difference is religion is a spiritual science based on belief and faith. So within the three religions of the world, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, the whole principle is to believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sins. To believe or have faith is to accept something you cannot prove. You don't know for sure. I believe my car is going to get me home. My car can break down on the road anyway, anytime. You know what I'm saying? So you could be 100% wrong believing something, as opposed to I know. Fact.
Logic.
By logic and fact.
Logic.
That's right.
Just,
so I would say this. Factually, I own a car. Here are the keys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But cars break down, so I'm going to keep money in my pocket, keep my cell phone on charge when I walk out the door. You follow? That's facts. You say Jesus died on the cross for your sins. I say prove it. They can't even prove he existed. They have a strand of hair in his head. They can't find none of the buildings they say. Solomon's temple, they're still looking for it. The Jews and the Arabs are tearing Israel up, looking for it. They can't find it. There's been no evidence of Moses. No evidence of an Abraham. No evidence of Noah or an ark. No physical evidence. And all. Let me finish. But the Bible's self-serving. I can't write a book telling a bunch of stories if they're lies and say believe it because I wrote it. You should be able to confirm it. If Jesus really existed, right? He really went to Egypt. How come there's no record in ancient Egypt of a Jesus? All the Israelites coming in there 400 years, but there's no historical record of that. If Jesus existed, he was all over the world. There's no historical record. A historical, factual record doesn't exist. The only story you have about Jesus comes from a Bible. That is
historical fact.
show me.
I was watching it today actually.
That historical fact about the life of Jesus.
There was what's his name? It was someone from Rome. Someone from Rome that wasn't even a Christian. One of the guys that persecuted him proved that he was alive. He came in the flesh.
How did he do that? What proof did he offer?
I don't know.
Did he have a body? A picture? Is it something put on TV? Because I don't know if you noticed, but everything you watch on TV is a lie.
The thing is, we all look for logic. We all look for explanations in life.
No. Wait, let me stop you 1 second before you go any further. We're not looking for logic and explanation, we're looking for facts. Now there's the difference. A man can get on TV and say Jesus existed, but I'm saying is prove it. Because I can say it all day and I can make it sound real. But you don't do that when it's time to eat. If you was in your house, tapping into believe what? What should have put on the to spark the conversation? You follow? It's not a matter of belief. I don't believe anything. If I cannot prove it, I'm not going to accept it. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying I don't know, I'm not accepting it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've read this book, and yes, Jesus is the God of the Quran, according to the Quran. Jesus is mentioned in the Quran more than any other prophet. Yeah. Jesus is also the one who is described as being the God of the Quran when they say that he was like Adam. You follow? And then, what do they say? Jesus is supposed to be God, according to the Christians, and Adam was supposed to be God, according to the Muslims, and they're comparing the two. Jesus is the God according to the Quran. It's not a matter of whether I believe it or not, but you can read the Quran yourself. If you can read it in the original language, you see, if you took the time to count how many times the picture was, you'll see that it's a valid question. You follow? Now back to the factual information I was saying. We don't accept anything. So somebody can put something on TV and say Jesus says, okay, give me the facts. Show me, because you can't say, oh, here's a picture of it. We got a 500-year-old picture of Jesus. He still looks like the same white man, you know what I'm saying? That we know is not described in the Bible. The Bible literally describes Jesus in the book of Revelation. It says he had hair like lamb's wool, had feet like fine brass burnt in the furnace. What color is brass? It's your color. When you burn it in the furnace, what color does it turn? Black. You burn anything in the furnace, it turns black. But metal, you heat it up, it turns black. I need a dark-skinned, woolly-haired man to tell me that's Jesus. Then you tell me he's real. Because you keep giving me all these pale images that don't describe what he looks like in the Bible. By admission, they tell you he's supposed to be an Israelite, which means he had to have been dark-skinned. And all throughout the Bible tells you they were dark-skinned, woolly-haired people. Even Solomon.
It ain't about race.
You say that, but that's easy for you to say. This your girl?
Yeah.
She has a white baby. You gonna say it's not about race? If she come up with a white baby, you gonna say it's about race? A Chinese baby, it's not gonna be about race? It's all good. So that's still your baby? Nah, you're gonna have an issue with that. So we say that, but in reality, that's not real. It's not real. It's about race. You wanna know why? Because we belong to a race of people created from a spiritual creative force, right? The next race didn't come from the same force and don't see us as the same. Then the next race would be the Mangao, who you call the Oriental, Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean. The last race, the Beastman, right, the European, the Celtic, who is the Caucasus, right? He was created from a weaker, opposite by nature force. And the ghost force that created him subsists off the blood of the innocent. In other words, the spiritual creative forces that created him need you bleeding, suffering, dying, and in pain in order to feed itself. You follow? Which is why white people start wars everywhere. Why they go around and want to colonize everybody, control everything, have jails. There were no jails in ancient Egypt. You know what I'm saying? We didn't live that way. He wants to control everything. You leave it up to us, we just want to party, eat good, have sex, have children, have fun, have family, have good times, and keep that moving. For him, he wants to control everything because he's the opposite of it by nature, and he needs us to feed. So, yes, it is about race. We live with a group of people, a race we call it, who sees you as food. And we're continuously feeding our children to him. Because as long as we are born and raised in this society, under these cultures, foreign deities, foreign tones, alien sciences, you follow? He will always continue to eat off of our souls. And you can't tell me our people ain't suffering more than any other race. So it's definitely about race. Because we're the ones who racism is being discriminated against. You can't call me a racist now. You're discriminating against me and call me a racist when I say I'm tired of you hitting me upside my head. I'm tired of you feeding your children, my children. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of having to figure out whether I look at another man in 10 years, you're going to be in jail. Are you going to be homeless? We didn't have societies like this where we had problems like this. You follow? We had solutions that didn't entail our own suffering and dying. And we need to get back to that. And the only way to get back to that is get to true, right knowledge of our own ancestral lineage, of our own spiritual science coming for us, from us, by us. Not these alien ideologies of religion. Christianity is only given to people here in the United States, dark-skinned, woolly-haired people here in America to control them during the slave trade.